Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Seth. I am back again. Today I want to go over my top dividend holdings, why I hold them, why they're my top dividend holdings, and these are really holdings that I'm going to be having for the remainder of my lifetime. Now, there's no guarantee of future returns based off of past performance, but I am all in for the dividend strategy, and that is the strategy that I take in my portfolio. I have all qualified dividends, so I don't hold any REITs. I don't have any dividends that are, taxed at my income rate as well. I'm in California, so my income tax is pretty high. So with that, I want to get right into my favorite and my top dividend holdings. SCHD obviously is one of them, but today I'm not going to go too much into SCHD. I want to go into my individual holdings. The first one that I want to go over is Procter & Gamble. I absolutely love Procter & Gamble. Let's take a look here. Right now I'm on Simply Safe Dividends. You guys can try them out. Do a free trial if you want. It's free for 15 days. I am definitely not sponsored by Simply Safe Dividends, but I use them. They're cool. Try it out for a free trial. Now, Simply Safe Dividends, dividend yield of 2.5%, dividend safety rating of 99, and they have a respectable payout ratio of 62%. And this is what I'm looking for, a nice lower payout ratio. Dividend growth of 8% over the last 20 years. Okay, we're also looking for this nice dividend growth here. If you're new to dividend investing, there's a lot of videos on YouTube that talk about why dividend growth is important. I'm telling you right now that it is. So if you're new to dividend investing, I would research why is dividend growth important. There's a few things we're looking for here. We're looking for a lower payout ratio, a nice dividend growth. You can see it's 8% over the last 20 years, and a dividend streak of 132 years. So they haven't reduced their dividends for 132 years, and they're on a growth streak of 66 years. And you can see it is a qualified dividend, a dividend safety rating of 99. Now, another thing that I want to get into is just generally looking at the balance sheets. I'm not going to get too much into detail on this, but I want to go over Procter & Gamble and a reason why I love Procter & Gamble so much. Let's check it out. Procter & Gamble, here we go. Let's go into their financials. And you can see their total revenue year over year has increased consistently. 67 billion. This is a billion right here. I know it's made a little weird. It looks like 67 million, but this is billion. 70 billion, 76 billion. So we're looking for an increase in total revenue over time. And if you look at their gross profit, let's do 80 billion here for the total revenue and 38 for their gross profit. So we're looking for a 40% gross margin. Now that is Warren Buffett. What is 40%? Or what is gross margin, right? We're looking for 40%. That's a Warren Buffett key. So gross margin equates to net sales minus the cost of goods sold. So let's go, what is 80 million divided by 38 million, right? Or what is 40%? Let's just do this. What is 40% of 80 million? 40% of 80 million is 32 million. So you can see Procter & Gamble hits that gross margin, and they actually exceed Warren Buffett's key, right? So that's something that we're looking for. And we're also looking for a 20% net income, and you can see their net income, or 20% gross margins on the net income here. So you can see the total revenues at 80 billion, their net income's at 14 billion, and you're looking for a 20% gross margin here, and that definitely surpasses 20%. So that is some Warren Buffett keys right there. Another thing you want to look at is their debt. Okay, so let's keep 14 billion in mind right here, almost 15 billion. Let's go to their long-term debt real quick. Long-term debt. So their long-term debt here is 22 billion. Now, a Warren Buffett key is, can they pay off their long-term debt? can they pay it off in 4 years with their current net income, right? So their net income's at 14 billion and their long-term debt's 22 billion. So they can well pay off their long-term debt well in 4 years, right, with those numbers. So this makes Procter & Gamble, I mean, it checks all the boxes for a dividend safety rating. It checks all the boxes for nice dividend growth, for dividend streaks, for a respectable payout ratio. It really checks all of the boxes here, and this is why Procter & Gamble is such a great company and one that I'm going to be holding on to for life. And I just wanted to share this with you and show you guys why I love this company and why I'm going to be holding on to it forever. So you can see all of my companies, I pretty much look for the same thing. And what I just showed you with Procter & Gamble is what I'm looking for in really all of my companies. So you can see another one here, Johnson & Johnson. It's a very boring company. A lot of people talk about it, but it checks all the same boxes that Procter & Gamble does with their nice dividend streak, a low payout ratio. Over the last 20 years, they've grown their dividends at 9%. They have a dividend growth streak of 59. They've paid dividends for 106 years, which I said is a qualified dividend. And you'll notice with their margins as well, J&J, you're going to see an increase over time in their total revenue. Right? You're going to see an increase, 82 billion, 82.5, 93, 96, and you're going to see well over 40% gross margins, right? And you're going to see good good margins right here for their net income and their total revenue as well. You're going to see 20% margins. It checks off all the boxes that Warren Buffett talks about. Now, guys, I am not an expert stock picker. I'm definitely not an expert stock picker, and I can't time the market. But what I can do is I can do research into solid dividend-paying companies, and I can research these companies, and I can make a decision, right? A sound decision based off of research. Is this company a good investment? And am I, willing to put some eggs into this basket? Not all of them. Eggs are really expensive right now. If you guys didn't know that, they're really expensive. All the memes right now about eggs are making me crack up. Now, another thing that I'm doing is I'm building up a cash position. And the reason why I'm building up a cash position is so that when I see a stock that has a cheaper value, I can purchase that stock. And I'm not trying to take big risks here, but if Johnson & Johnson goes down in value, I want to have cash in hand so that I can purchase this company at a good price. And that's what I did with Target recently. And you can see with Target, I'm up nearly 10%. And I'm buying into companies that I believe aren't going anywhere in the future and that are a good deal at the time, right? So if we look at Target, right? Target has a dividend safety rating of 90. They have they just grew their dividend by 20%, which is insane. But in the last 20 years, a 14% dividend growth rate, a dividend streak of 50 years without a reduction, a low payout ratio. Right, these are all things that we're looking for in Target. Just absolutely tanked in price. Target share price. Right, you can see Target completely dropped in value here at a substantial rate. So this is when I went, okay, this is a good time to buy, in my opinion. Some people might not agree with me, but I thought, hey, this stock is discounted a little bit. I'll purchase it, and it's a quality company. I shop at Target all the time. My girlfriend shops at Target all the time. She loves it. It's like a place we can go and hang out. So I went ahead and purchased Target because I thought it was at a good price, and it checks a lot of the boxes that Procter & Gamble and Johnson & Johnson does, right? So I'm not trying to take huge risks here. So I'm building up a cash position so I can purchase companies like this, right? And I can do all that stuff, for lack of better words. But you can see I'm pretty diversified, right? I'm at 4% in all my holdings here. So if something were to happen to one of these companies, I would be generally okay, right? If Pepsi goes down or Procter & Gamble goes down, it's a 4% hit in my portfolio. You can also see Pepsi. Let's just do Pepsi. Dividend safety rating of 93. They have a respectable payout ratio of 67%. The lower the better for those of you who are new to dividend investing. Over the last 20 years, they've grown their dividend at 11%. They have a dividend streak of 57 years. Guys, these are all the things that we're looking for. I know I feel like I'm kind of beating a dead horse here, but this really is how I picked these companies, and a lot of people on YouTube have these holdings, and there's a reason why. It's because they're great companies, and I'm willing to bet they're not going anywhere anytime soon. So these are some of my top holdings here: Pepsi, Johnson & Johnson, Procter & Gamble. If I were to show another one, I really like these utilities. NEE, I feel like they don't provide as much growth, but they are definitely a safer part of my portfolio, these utilities. So I have NEE, Duke, and SO. And you can see they have a nice dividend growth rate, 12% of the last 5 years. Low payout ratio. They've paid dividends for 26 years without a reduction, and uninterrupted dividend streak of 26 years. So these guys are absolutely on fire. A nice market cap. Another thing is I invest into companies with a large market cap, like mega cap companies. I don't really invest into companies that are a smaller cap, Don't really go for that, just because that's just what I'm willing to tolerate for risk. Home Depot, another one of my favorite companies. Check it out. Bam, low payout ratio, nice dividend streak, 15% dividend growth rate. And when you look into their financials, it's pretty solid as well. Home Depot. Boom, let's go to their financials here. Hope you guys are enjoying this video and getting some value out of it, but you can see a slow increase over time, right? 108 billion, 110, 132, 151, increase in total revenue, nice gross margins, good net income, right? Everything is, their net income could be a little better, but nice gross margins with their profit and their total revenue. So this is company that I'm going to be holding for a long time. I used to shop at Home Depot with my dad all the time, and I hated it. Fun fact. Well, guys, that's what I wanted to show you today. You can see my portfolio. I 25 different holdings. Here they all are. Here is my total value, $18,829. It dropped about $400 today. I'm not too worried about this. This could fluctuate up and down as it does, but guess what? It stays the same. My annual income stays the same regardless. So that is why I love dividend investing. I'm going to keep building this portfolio. I really appreciate you guys watching this, and stay tuned for more videos. I make them every day. See you guys. Bye.